Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. All right, we got a COVID part 2. So around the same time in 2020, February was when they hyped it. March and April was when, you got your first set of downlocks and all that good noise, whatever, right? And the Bible speaks of plagues, it speaks of pestilences, and although these things were man-made, this goes into Esau and his sword. The Lord allowed him, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Roughly paraphrase, Job 9:24. Not only that, but he was given a little season to rule the earth, and he's nearing the end, so he's going to come down with great wrath. Knowing that he had but a short time. Second Esdras also, Second Esdras 15 and 46 talks about plagues and pestilences that are coming, among with many other judgments. Scroll it on down, and this ain't gonna be too long. It's just something more of a warning, all right? Damn, where is it? Here we go. Once a little bit of mail come through, it all start coming through. There we go. Where is it? Dang. Am I missing it? I know I pulled it up a little bit earlier. I think it's on another page. What is this? Close. 49. 15 and 49. We'll start at 47. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, and that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her, that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith, I'll just read verbatim. Therefore saith God, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death, and the glory of the power shall be dried up as flour, when the heat shall arise that is sent over thee. So 2/3 of our people and the heathen, this is for you. Abaratazat, we are not included in that left hand side, or not on the right side of judgment, should I say. It is well on its way. Who knows how bad this next one will get. Maybe they perfected the formula of can I even say that? They perfected the formula of GAIN of FUNCTION. Maybe they've perfected that formula with this here, because good and damn well this is nothing new, right? Dang, I ain't even got to the TikTok yet, because Ecclesiastes tells you what? 1 and 9. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. What does it tell you? The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. That means trends, that means worship of certain idols, right? No matter how they repackage and dress it. That means any types of disease, right? That means there are no new types of animals. The only new ones that that are new are the ones that are made, all right? And the Yahweh Shai strictly forbids such things. Yet another thing Esau Edom will be judged for, horrendously and horrifically. And hey, call Halal Yahweh Bashem Shai for it. Okay, now what I know off the top of my head about candida, I'm sure there are different types of funguses or fungi, however you say it. But candida is in your gut, and I believe what feeds it is simple sugars and pretty much all the bullshit that's in our food today, right? If it's packaged and ultra processed, you better believe it's feeding the bad gut bacteria. and not the good. And remember, I did a video, I think maybe last month, about the links between gut health and depression in your mind state. So listen to this. It's a repeat. Listen to them talk about this new thing coming out, and the narrative sounds exactly like 2019, 2020, except they've replaced the name. So check it out. This is a part 2, but check this out. And again, I'm not gonna let this whole thing play because I think it's almost. Yeah, we don't. We'll get the gist. So here we go.
Going to look at which states this is now in, but first let's give you a little bit of information regarding Candidoris. As I mentioned, one concerned doctor described the deadly fungal infection as a nightmare scenario and warned that we've never had a pathogen like this in the fungal infection area as it spreads across the United States. This coming out February the 5th. A deadly fungal infection with a mortality rate as high as 60% is spreading rapidly across the U.S., with Washington State confirming its first cases last month. Named Candidoris, doctors have warned that the nightmare rare fungal infection is resistant to medications, has a high fatality rate, and spreads easily in medical facilities. More than 1 in 3 patients infected with the invasive form of the fungus lose their life. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, has warned. After reporting its first case on January 10th of 2024, the Seattle and King County last week announced a further 3 confirmed infections. Kindred Hospital, Seattle First Hill, confirmed at a time the patients were asymptomatic and being appropriately isolated from the rest of the patient population with extra clinical and cleaning precautions to prevent the spread. Typically impacting those with weakened immune systems, this fungal disease
What was introduced into our or others' immune system by way of coercion? By way of, take this or you don't have a job. Take this or you cannot bring your children to daycare. If you can't bring your children to daycare, you can't go to work. All right? Take this or you can't travel.
is resistant to several common antifungal medications. First appearing just 15 years ago, the rate of Candidoris has soared in that time. 2021 saw 2,377 confirmed clinical cases in the U.S., a staggering increase of over 1,200% since 2017. Candidoris can cause infections across the body, the CDC has warned, including the bloodstream, open wounds, and the ears. While there is not a common set of symptoms, it may present similarly to a bacterial infection. Those infected with Candidoris may spread the fungus without ever becoming sick themselves. The CDC added someone who
asymptomatic can spread without ever being sick. Does this? And he's reading from from an article that was published, right? Or I believe this is a CDC article. But are you seeing it? Are you hearing it?
is colonized can still transmit Candidoris onto surfaces or objects that they contact, which can then spread to other patients. If a person is infected with the deadly fungal infection, they should avoid anyone who may be at risk and be placed in a room away. The CDC said that Candidoris can be misidentified as other types of fungal infections unless specialized laboratory technology is used. This misidentification might lead to a patient getting the wrong treatment. Now, despite the high fatality rate for severe infections, the fungus is not thought to be dangerous for those that are healthy adults. However, those that are immune compromised, please take precaution. However, last year,
I'm gonna keep freaking saying it. So who is immune compromised? And of course, that's a rhetorical question. We know who those people are.
Dr. Louis Ostrowski, a professor of infectious diseases at McGovern Medical School at UT Health Houston, warned the spread of Candidoris could cause a nightmare scenario if left unchallenged. It's a potentially multi-medication resistant pathogen with the ability to spread very efficiently in healthcare settings, he said. We've never had a pathogen like this in the fungal infection area. Researchers remain puzzled at the fungus's sudden appearance, with some pointing to climate change as a potential factor in its potency.
And here they go. It's not them, it's the sea change. It's the G warmers. So if you are on the up and up, right, and the spirit is dealing with you, and you're walking circumspectly, you are catching these correlations, right? What is that, Ephesians 4, I believe. 15? No. I'll be so close to some of these scriptures. I know okay. I'm gonna go to 5. We gonna find it. Boom, there we go. Ephesians 5 is let me calm down. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And the will of the Lord is that this place be judged, and it will be systematically dismantled. Things will get worse and worse and worse, and scarier and scarier, and it'll be less and less food. It will be less and less availability for the word, when people were going to be looking for more and more answers. So let's have a look. So Candida auris, I believe this is what the dude was reading. Let's see. And there we go. Because you got Candida in the gut and then Candida auris. So I believe it's in the same family. All right. Unlike Candida albicans, Candida auris does not undergo morphological switching between yeast and hyphal forms, and the lack of filamentation may explain the distinct niches of colonization between the species. Alright, one is mucosal surfaces. Talk to me. Let's see. Auris primarily colonizes skin. However, occasionally elongation of the cells into a filamentous and or pseudohyphal form that has been reported in response to temperature. Cell cycles are red. That's not what I need. Let me see. Gut Candida. Leaky gut. This is what I was looking at. So the autoimmune disease. Because I believe that there is a difference between... Oh my gosh. Okay, or an autoimmune disease that is a good chance that you could be dealing with others, as well as leaky gut. In working with thousands of patients, found to be incredibly common, in Candida and autoimmune disease go hand in hand. Candida overgrowth is not only very widespread, but it actually sets on the path to autoimmune disease. So what is the dig? Let's see what they're digging into. Alright, a fungus, a form of yeast that is naturally found in your mouth and intestines, and small amounts. Candida is essential to your digestive health, right? Because there are different types of bacteria, alright, that make up in your gut biome. Okay, so I'll link this. Let me just open up another window so I can link this and you can read on your own. So let me get another one. And then let's see, how should I word it? Here we go. We'll say Candida auris versus autoimmune. Okay. So basically, I'll do my best. I'm gonna link that one, and then because the point wasn't to find a difference between these things. I just kind of started to go down a rabbit hole. But my point was that judgment is going to befall this place. Okay, and just as it's written in Second Esdras, plagues, pestilence, famine of the word, all of these things are well on their way. And as you can see, these devils are in no short of supply of man-made things that can, have a certain effect, especially on those who have accepted something into their bodies. So this was just a quick warning. Pay close attention to the narrative and pay close attention to the things that they are saying, the words that they use when they start to sensationalize this, because it's not on the rise as of right now. But watch and pray and be circumspect and pay attention when this starts to get sensationalized. All right. So with that being said, Shalom.